2 as well. So I just want to see what happens in that sense. This is a good, consistent start. I'm looking forward to seeing what they can do. So give them an Eastern Circle. Let's see what OP Rangers do.
Very well said there, James. I'm still waiting to see these ramps being put into use. We need to see some people backflipping on them, right?
I want to see someone on one of the PUBG bikes.
Where are the backflips and stuff? Where are the backflips? We need to bring in Travis Pastrana, one of all these other crazy X Games guys, and do some stunts on those ramps. They cannot just be for show, right? But anyway, final game number 4 of today coming in, and once again, it's West, but rather Center. Again, I would not be surprised to see a team in OP Rangers go out to the East Coast. I mean, go to your standout spots. There is no reason not to take those spots in this tournament. But now, with 17 Gaming and Ensis both dropping Pachinki last game, fortunately nobody ended up dying because of it. But will they both go back again? We'll just have to wait and see.
Now, Nova could go for their usual position. They've got the opportunity to do that. Rangers aren't going out yet. They might do exactly what you were saying there, Toby. Actos, they're gonna have a completely different style of where they want to go for this.
No, they don't. They went South George last game too.
Did they? Oh, yeah. Okay. I'm going off what we looked at in the notes beforehand. But yes.
But no. They weren't George last game as well. I mean, they know for a fact that coming into this game there wasn't a designated South George team.
Yeah.
And they'll say, you know what, guys, we might be able to. Or we might not normally land around Yasnaya, but wait, South George free? Okie dokie, we'll go take that. You have so many opportunities to rotate out from there, and more often than not, you will have vehicle spawns both with the hard spawns, like the esports spawns we see right there with the flames on the side of the Dacia, but also the other ones. And now, once again, 17, this time around, they go elsewhere, but now they're running into the guys in Sun Sister.
But this is a smart play, though, right? We spoke about kind of how teams will adapt to it. Now, we usually see Actos, they normally go down towards the eastern side. This time, like you pointed out, they've realized people aren't going there. Well, let's take advantage of it. Let's see what we can get done. And it'll put them nicely within the circle to start off with as well. And once again, we look at Crest, and they're already on the hunt. They're already looking. They know they're close, and they want to engage in these fights. It's that confidence from the Japanese players.
One thing that's surprising to me, though, and I love to see that 17 Gaming is backing out here. They didn't want to contest Pachinki. They wanted to go elsewhere. It still doesn't work for them, but they go everyone together. Here, though, Purple Mood, I mean, when they're flying down, it's not like they're just holding down shift and then ignoring everything that's happening. They're seeing that another team is going down nearby them. They know there are only 2 guys there. Why do you want to overcommit to a compound, being 2v4, potentially losing that? Like we see here with Sunset is shooting up towards 17 Gaming. Again, smart. They're making the run for it. Could have been a fight. They could have won that fight, but they don't want to risk the chance of losing it. Same thing here. Now Purple Moon is making the run for it, but maybe they shouldn't have gone here to begin with. You know what I mean?
And both of these teams really need the points as well. So losing a player early on, that would be a critical loss. Yeah. Something they can't afford to do at this point. So backing away, I'm down with this. I agree. They're outnumbered. Crest have got control of it. Just allow them to have it at this point. It's 17, though. We've got a nice spot at the moment. We've got a bit of the weaponry with them already. And they're just kind of scouting around, trying to find people moving.
Look at the commitment from Sun Sister. They really, really, really want these kills. They're chasing them miles out in the open, trying to secure themselves these kill points early on. They know that the opponents don't have a lot of armor and don't have a lot of weaponry, and these ARs, especially when you see it with the 6x scope there, they can do a ton of damage, but might just be overcommitting to this, because right now they're running in the open, not with vests or helmets themselves. Only reason this is working for them is because nobody's shooting back. But if Ensis is sitting up here waiting, if 17 Gaming is sitting up here waiting to take the fight as well just in a moment, they're splitting up now, but this could come to bite them.
Yeah, 17, got to be really careful. You can see that the pushes are all coming out. They're getting closer to each other the whole way through. Entis are actually in the most advantaged situation here. They've got the buildings to work off. They've got good weaponry. They've already looted up a bit. The one thing they don't want to do is just push too aggressively and kind of run into them all, because they could find themselves pincered in once again between 2 different teams.
Why are they leaving the compound to get info? There's so many interesting things going on, and now fights does end up happening. 17 Gaming taking out with 1 guy. Gabba gets the knock onto Lipro as well. This could be a horrible situation for them. They came 2nd place last game. They do not want to go out here in game number 4 with 0 kills to their name.
Oh, Gabba's spotted show. Can he finish him off? Is he going to go for it? He's waiting around behind the tree at the moment. Entis, they're firing off shots. They've managed to find 1. Shox is the guy who's going to be taken out of it.
If you're Sun Sister now, I would just say back off.
Yeah.
They have the high ground position. Gabba is completely isolated from his teammates. Now they realize, wait, Ensis is in on this as well. We might just not want to do this. Shao now is all by himself, still shooting in his direction. That's HQ! They want to get in on this. It's just, I mean, I can only say that I'm surprised because it's not something I'm used to see at all. But the fact that they value these early game fights so much over getting proper loot, over getting a better position in the circle, it's very, very surprising to me.
It's that aggression again.
It is. It really is. They're dragons, no snakes here.
These Asian teams, right, across the region, we spoke about how they all have very different styles and how they play the game. But one thing that is very familiar is just how aggressive they are, how much they want to go in for it. And I think it's this point system that's kind of forced this upon them, right? Because they know what can be done with kills. Milk manages to get the first. Libro's going to be taking a hit. Oh, that's a nice
I guess
drop.
Father PUBG does say, you know what, SSS?
Have some luck.
Here you go. Take a grade. Take a grade.
Oh, that's nice as well.
Too bad they're not picking it up, though.
Yeah. But so
I mean, that's the only place you don't look straight up in the sky, right?
Are they trying to bait people in, though? It's like,
oh,
okay,
that
leave it
could
there.
be. Yeah.
We're gonna wait for them to come to us. The crate's down. We've got a position.
And look at this AHQ. Milky's jumping around all by himself. Of course, they are in a position where they need to get something going. They've had a rough couple of games to begin with, and now they're. I mean, they might have been a little over-aggressive early on. We talked about them doing that, right? And now you got Milk all by himself in the open. If Ensis Force decides to say, you know what, there's a solo over there, let's push him. There's no way for the rest of the guys in AHQ to come over and help him out. He will be in a potential 1v4. So now you know he's there. You didn't get the kill. Go back to your compound. Keep on looting. And then move with your team inside the next circle.
Well, here on your screen at the moment are your current front runners as Milk has finished off show. And that means 17 is the first team eliminated within phase 1. Just over 6 minutes in. That is a quick team elimination. And that's because they were just out in the open a little bit too long, taking the fights. They didn't go their way, and they didn't back away either. And also, Sunstrider, they did just keep pushing and pushing and pushing. They were hungry.
4 teams fighting this early in the game. That's people that are more into the Asian scene than I am. I mean, I follow it a lot, but I've never seen anything like this before.
Hey.
So let me know, guys, in the chat if you're an expert on the Asian scene. Is this common that people will go this aggressively for kills? And unfortunately, you can say for the guys in 17 Gaming, they had to pay for it. I mean, they landed in the compound, they got weapons, they did what I said at the time, the smarter play. You know what? There's no reason for us to take this fight. We'll just back out. But then they just hunted them down.
Well, 17 weren't doing too bad either. 18 points, yeah, they finished in total. They're on 5th place. This means this early elimination, this could see him rattle all the way down towards the bottom of the table. Now you've got Armory Gaming. They've currently had 0 points, or 1 point, sorry, I tell a lie. 1 point they've had so far.
Also, I mean, talking about a momentum thing, right? Now, people say, oh, momentum is not something that impacts a lot, but there will be. This is the last game of today. They will be going into today's break being like, that was an interesting way to end the game. You just had a 2nd place game, really good game, coming off of that into next game. Woohoo, let's go, and then nothing happens. But now, wow, what a Western Circle.
Yeah, Rangers, they're going to have to get a move on, but they are in a good spot, and we know how fast they are on these rotations. They've all got vehicles to play with as well. They've just got to be careful of AG over there, because that's who they're going to have to bypass. Now, Rangers, they like to go for this really outer side edge of the circle. They like to play it out and inwards, and they'll reposition themselves down towards the south and work their way up from there. But it's what action they see. Now, what you were saying there about the kind of momentum, I think really what this comes down to is momentum is all about the mentality, right? It's all how confident it makes them feel. They get a few bits going, they get a few kills going. I feel like that's such a big factor in any game like this because it's that adrenaline rush. The only difference is how you control it. It's how you as an individual person is able to control that and use it to your advantage. So I think momentum could be a big factor, especially for a team like L-Star at the moment. Who certainly are. Yes, okay. Out of the 3 rounds, only 1 they've had a good position on score.
Look again, Yoshi immediately once he sees them drive up the hill, he hears them stop up there. He just senses it, starts running uphill. Of course, these teammates will be in a position to shoot at as well. Now Airwolf taking a lot of shots, and they're completely catching Rex Regim out in the open.
They need to either get rid of that car, blow it up, or continue delivering the damage. RDK looks to try and is he going to run away, or is he going to go and try and position himself a little bit closer?
They need the vehicle. They cannot make a run-off from this position. There are a lot of players making the rotations through them, though. Armory Gaming having had a rough day today so far. Now they're in the vehicle once again, and this vehicle is not going to last too long. 3 and a 2 and a 3-2-1 shipping explosion. There you go. Both of them taken out, and Rex Regim taking some losses early on. Cop and Lee, though, with the SKS getting in on the action here as well.
Aerowolf as well. A team that we keep seeing pop up. They've not had any like massively standout games to come in here, but they are currently sat with just 7 points. They've been more on a couple of the kills. They had their early 2nd place, and that's all they've managed to be able to put on the board here. You can see the total list as it is of now at 4-17. They were the only team to be eliminated so far, but SSS, they need to be really careful, the Japanese team, as Yoshi, he is not holding back at all, while Style, his car gets blown to smithereens by the Actos team, and they're currently still in 2nd place, but there is a big gap between them and L-Stars.
We have lost 9 players in the first 1.5 circles. That's completely unheard of. This is going to make for so much more room in the mid game. Now Yoshi in on the action, has a good position. Sensi trying to see if he can spot anything from above. Not going to happen. Yoshi does go down. Sinvi with a good position in here. Only 3 guys alive in their team, and SSS are all crammed into this little house.
Really nice position.
I mean, look at how aggressive Yoshi pushes up. He has 2 teammates that are still way down in the compound. Now they have to make the run up with the rest. Fortunately, no opponent is up there to see them. And as I say that.
But I love that smoke because that was thrown by his teammate. They're going to think he's going to be coming in from the other side and use the other teammate to come in and try and give him a bit of a help. Gabba's been knocked in the meantime. Well, he's been finished off, actually. So, okay, he's going to be out of it.
He's going to be done.
There's a knock just below him. So, still Purple wanting to try and push this. Sun Sisters need to make sure they're being very cautious still because they've got themselves really almost pincered in here. Rangers want to try and get in the fight as well.
I mean, you have Sensi on the top here who can tell his teammates they have not left the building yet.
Yeah.
They did get a knock in just before. That forces them to stick around for a little while longer. And now this push could just commence, but you might want to add more people to it. I mean, you have your guy in the Puchus and the bottom of, like down in the compound, he could push up as well. But Sensi now taking shots from behind too.
Yeah, Purple really want to try and push into this. Got grenades to be used as well if they want to. Start off with the first one. Sabrak goes down. Battle going back and forth, and Sun Sisters, Suiciders, eliminated. What a very calculated, clever push coming out there.
You say clever, but they push without helmets and vests. That's a scary push, if anything.
They knew they had a time to hit, right?
They had to catch them moving.
Sunstriders were in a position where they had to start making a move for it, and they just paid the price for it. They hung around too long.
Either you commit or you back off. They decided to pull on the pull-up pants, and they very much did that. Getting themselves 4 kills in the action as well.
That also means as well they'll be able to loot themselves up a little bit. Give themselves a golden opportunity to work with here. Jaden, this man, between Jaden and Rosa, they've been kind of the key point men for Afrika, but they've not been able to kind of close it out towards the end of the game here.
Yeah, they've been falling just short of placement points a couple of times. Now for Axis, they've got a pretty decent position in Gadka. Unfortunately, as a result of the circle there, it's just up on the northwestern side. That is so odds going against them being in on the late game stages. We'll see though. Circle starting to close on in. Where are we headed? Is it going to be one of those atrocious open field endings, or are we going into the forest?
Rosa taking a few of them shots. Jaden making sure he can look around here. It's the information plays they're looking for.
Starlord, once again, all by himself. He plays solo all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, and he even got his bike up on the roof of this building. I mean, that's pretty creative place. Got to know where all the ramps of nature to bounce you up there. And that's a pretty smart play coming in for him, getting himself a better overview of this open field.
He is the super scout. He is the man getting it done.
Yeah. He's also the man who caused half the population of the world to get killed. No spoilers.
Hopefully everyone's seen that movie by now, Toby.
Anyway.
You got a lot of angry people at you now.
Anyway, the other SSS that's still very much alive, they've all made their way inside this compound. They started around this area, then they backed off, and now they're pushing in on towards the guys on Crest Gaming.
Great nade to come out, though. That did some huge damage. Karad trying to hold it down still, but the pressure is on. Pure Boy won't be finished off. We have to be picked up, which is the ideal situation. That shouldn't be too bad. Just need to get someone over to him quick enough to make it happen.
They need to get over there. Ares and Rio, they need to somehow make themselves more viable in this fight. If the push does come in from Suicide, then they will need them to be there. You see, they're all pinned down into one building. If this nade is on point, that'll be a double knock, potentially not going to kill, but unfortunately, you saw it just bounce off. And again, no helmets on them either. They are really, really aggressive. They do not fear dying here.
They're wanting to risk it. They believe in their own individual skills. I don't think they need it, even if we would disagree.
It's just one bullet. It's just one bullet to the head. It's such a dangerous play to make, us, even though you have the better angle, even though you know exactly where your opponents are, he could get that one lucky shot off before you do, and that's your entire push completely taken out of proportion. Now, Gatka, we talked about them probably not being in, but they will be able to stay there for a little while longer. They will do their 2-2 split. Denji and Hulk will go on the western side, and for all these other teams, will have to make their off through the forest.
Yeah, Actos cleverly moving their way around. Still 14 teams up at the moment, 51 alive. And this is starting to even out a bit.
Yeah,
People are
because
kind
we
of
lost so many players early on, right? Yeah.
Now Eska, he's doing the Hail Mary rush again.
They're sending it. These
He's
guys, they're not afraid.
He's going straight in for it. He's got his team backing him up, but Eska's leading the charge as per usual. The push is coming in. SSS want this so badly. They're going to go straight in, look for the opportunities. Kurad goes down, no problem at all. But Hulk, in the meantime, he's managed to find one of the Entus players. Pure Boy's just sat there like, how does nobody check me? I'm just chilling in the corner.
Move on.
You guys go, and I'll hold myself here. You guys will think it's clear, and I can do some damage later on. But this is a bit of a firefight. Afrika's come into the fray. Sucks there from Rangers as well, but he starts to back away a little bit after he picked up the first kill. He's going to play it smart with his teammates there. The nades are going to go out as well. This is really just getting a bit too chaotic, as they've all kind of conditioned themselves around each other now.
And so important for Pure Boy that the other guys from Crest Gaming started fighting the other compound, because when they saw them in the kill field, like, oh, we got a knock here, that must be because the rest of the players are over in the other area of the chopsticks area here. Now Rangers inside the dip, they've had good placements, you said yourself, have just not been able to pull off that win. And now AHQ as well, a team we know are capable of great things. We'll see if they can do anything here against the guys from Korea.
So many kills have just come in there. I'd love to get an idea of exactly who is still up and who is still remaining, because it just seems like craziness has gone on.
Yeah, it is. I mean, that's what happens when you have these moments where everything kind of dies down. The chaos will commence at one point or another, and especially in this area of the map with so many open fields and areas where you can't really set yourself up and play from. Realistically, you're forced to fight for these few compounds that you have available.
Now we're in a position where Pure Boy is still just chilling. He can hear what's going on. He must be thinking, okay, if I go in for it and I get a kill, that's the point. Yeah. But I'm then likely to be found. So that's easy for me to chill here and see how long they're going to play around me. Until someone walked into him, he doesn't really need to do anything. Pure Boy is living the dream, quite literally. That's
the thing, because normally what we would see with the point systems we're used to is like, oh, if I can just get one placement better, two placements better, you can get those extra few points here. There's no way he can sit in that closet until there are 4 teams remaining. I mean, I'm not going to take it away from him. Maybe he can. But odds are at least against it. So we'll see when he does decide to leave that little closet room he has available.
If he could hear us right now, he'd be saying, hold my beer. This is exactly what I plan to do.
This is exactly what I'm doing. I'm winning this game from this little shack.
Now Yak trying to find his kills there onto the Actos players. Nicely done onto Hulk, and he gets the second as well. Beautiful work there with the 4 times. And he will be able to finish him off. Can just take his time with it. That's 2 further kills. Armory Gaming has been eliminated as well. And let's be honest, I don't think Actos is going to be able to hang in there too much longer either.
It's going to be really hard for them to get into a good spot. Fortunately, they do still have a couple of players alive. Make that 2, I believe. But for Luminous Stars, currently sitting in a very, very well-deserved first place spot. They're on the edge of the circle. We'll have to take this fight eventually. But now Nova getting pushed up upon by Rex Region.
Yeah, it's going to come into it. Nova got to be so careful. He's got a good position behind the rock, spraying it down, going to go in for it, and nicely played. Really exactly how you want to do it. Manages to eliminate them, and that was that was a fair 2-on-2.
Yeah.
Just that good positioning, smart use of the rocks there, was able to peek around them. And Yoshi, he's trying to do some damage here. He wants to be able to take down the L-Star players, and that's that little fight here towards the south.
He played it so smart. They bought himself a lot of time, made sure that the enemy would be chunked down a little more with the damage. Oh, got to watch out for that. Nate don't want to knock your teammate. Milk does get the knock onto Sakai that had an insane performance in game number 1 on Miramar. Unfortunately, hasn't really gone his way as much since then. But now for Starlord, we saw him play alone earlier. Now he's alone for the rest of the game.
Yeah, he's back in action once again, though. We called him the Super Scout. Can he do any more heroic moments here to help his team out? Still 12 teams remain, and at the moment it's more about the kills that are going to come into it. And guess what? Pure Boy still sat in the house, still chilling.
just chilling.
He's just
letting it hurt.
waiting.
The thing is, if the game should end down there's no way that SSS, because they've cleared
Yeah,
their compound according to
cleared
themselves, right? So they're not going to go in there looking for him at all.
I'd like to call.
Oh, that's a headshot, Milk. Good shot there.
Very nice. Yeah, Milk getting it done. Are they going to try and contest this? Milk.
Oh, that's one more.
How much more can he get done here?
He must see. 3 with the finish off, and now AHQ, we know their capabilities. They've just been putting themselves into rough spot, but Milk, he sure is a grinding placement.
Shots firing off. Godly, do we really want to try and push into this? This is maybe too much for him to handle. There is a moment where you should just try and back away. Both a Freak of Freaks and Actos, they're sat there. Just one player alive each, trying to make it work here.
See, this is the thing. Jaden, he's like, wait, where's the last guy? Where's the last guy? There's just only a knock.
Yeah.
Well, the last guy's Pure Boy. He's in the other compound. He's like, okay, I got to heal now. You saw him before he went for the finish off, looked around really quickly. He was expecting one more guy to come around the corner. Not happening. Jaden, you have this house all to yourself.
Toby, this is what I call the lazy peek. So if you ever see anyone ever walking around a house, walking around an area, and they're not checking it fully, and I mean actually committing to checking that room, that's a lazy peek, because you could have cost yourself something, exactly what's happening right here and right now.
Now Kong Mu getting himself a knock onto 1, so the Suicide guys that do manage to net themselves small points, taking out Yoshi there. Win. Just one with nature. Does not want to engage in anything. He's by himself, but as I say that, shots are coming in. He doesn't manage to get the knock, no, and now the position is the advantage of Sean Young. Does get him down low and gets the knock onto him too. That's actually going to be Indico with the knock. Great help coming in there. He will go down in return though.
Yeah, costly mistake there for the L-Star player. But the rest of his team will try and clear it up.
Is peeking on a roof. He's a solo player. He's on a roof
He's
with a Car 98.
He's
not afraid.
He
is not afraid at all to take these fights. He's a solo player remaining. There you go. Good nade coming in from YDD. More nades are coming in as well. And this rescue mission, Kale, might just have failed. They will both go down, and the guys in Luminous Stars will continue to rack up points.
See Indigo, he's fighting for dear life, trying to help him out, but I think Yak maybe a little bit marked and numbered here. Oh, YDD. Not the smartest play there.
Don't jump on the vehicle.
Takes a huge amount of damage. Going to have to drop the first aid in there quickly. L-Star's got to play it smart regardless. Yak's going to try and move forward here and potentially revive his teammate, but it's a big ask of this man.
LGE committed to this building, and now they're sitting dead center in the circle. Really, really well worth it for them. Ensis, they're on the northwestern side, and they have access. I mean, he's still shooting from up there. You'd assume at this point, stop shooting.
Yeah.
The fewer people that know I'm here, the bigger my chance of getting a free push inside the circle is. He has a vehicle there. We know that he's fond of his bike, but will he be able to make this push or not? I'm not sure.
Pure Boy's still alive. He's still in the house. But he does that. Does he have to move?
He does, just exactly. He has to go out. He has to leave
about
the
to
house.
say.
Yeah, no, he has to leave. He has to leave. Yeah, that entire compound is going to be up, with the exception of the little open shack, like the control building that's outside. Oh, Starlord.
Does he go for
your
the
life
play?
dangerously. He has to get going. Circle's closing in 5 seconds. Takes the bike. Find a bush somewhere. Start running. I don't know what your plan is, but you sure do need to get further forward because he's not inside the next circle.
Jaden in a nice spot to do some damage here. We'll be able to finish off 1. Looking for more. He knows that that player's just been revived. Godly's down on the floor as well. Jaden doesn't want to push it too further forward just yet. And Starlord takes a load of shots, jumps off the bike, tries to hide himself. Oh, and he's just too much of an easy target. Indigo will finish him off. And that's Actos Stars. Red eliminated. 8 teams remain. And Yak still there hiding behind the car at the moment.
The bush can grant you cover, for sure. But when the guy's shooting at you, see you go
When
in
he
that
knows
bush,
you,
it's not going to help you a whole lot. They'll just shoot at the bush until you die. And die he did. Now AHQ playing the way that we like to see them do. 4 guys all together, playing it super well and coordinated. They will make the push on the company. They know the importance of hard cover, have nothing to play from, and they will go to try and see if they can take this compound.
Oh, nicely done there. Good set of sprays coming out.
There are 4 different teams shooting back at them, though. This is not easy. Pure Boy got a kill. There you go. He's finally in on the action.
Pure Boy, he's
AHQ
getting
once
it done.
again.
Oh, 8th
Taken
place.
down, just outside of placement points. Jaden does go down, so that's going to be a Freak of Freaks out of the game as well. 6 teams remaining. And Pure Boy, we talked about him not getting into top 4 with that little position. You never know. You never know just what's going to happen.
Pure Boy literally living the dream. Even managing to get a kill, which was just unexpected across the board.
Because all of SSS is pushing out of the compound. You see 61 here, he's fighting against the guys in the L-Stars. He does get the knock onto one player, but he'll go down in return as well. And now for the Pure Boy, I mean, there's only, I believe, 1 or 2 players inside the compound. Could be a miracle play coming in for him, though. He got the knock and the finish off onto one, but he has to make the move down.
Pure Boy still getting damage done, though. Finishing off players. He's just holding on, trying to avoid the bullets coming in. He's got 14 health, but he does finally get finished off there. They managed to take him out, but Pure Boy, what an effort. I think
Really
that was 5th place. Yeah.
That was close, but no cigar. Might as well have gone out in 14th because you did not get any placement
He
points
got kills, though.
this game. He did get 2 kills.
That was more than expected, but look at this circle now.
Yeah.
LG, they're going to have to start moving. L-Stars, they're still here. They're still in it. The consistent
I said
team.
nobody's going to be in the top this much. They have 2 wins, a 3rd place, and now they're in top 4.
Look at the
4
damage being
games
done.
in a row.
YDD.
This is absolutely insane.
This is huge. YDD's just going to finish off RDK, no problem at this point.
Guys from EU, guys from NA, guys from CAS, if you're sitting and watching this, looking forward to the next global event, watch out for these guys because they know what's up.
Yeah, and they went down L-Stars. They went down a man very early on.
They did.
Right?
They
They've
did,
still been able to fight this off here. Plenty of kills being put up on the board. They're playing it smart here. And now they don't actually have to wait for LGE to come out of their hiding hole because the circle's going to do that for him. So YDD's just looking around here, trying to find an angle.
YDD averages 500 damage per game. There's a reason he only has 6 bullets left in his SKS. He's shooting all the time. They are not afraid of taking fights, and they will do everything they can to engage him. And now LGE forced to leave this compound. They heard all the commotion down here. They will know that a team is coming from this area. But can Yandingo, can Yak do something to surprise them here? Oh, he gets himself an AWM as well. That's a beast of a weapon this late in the game.
Yeah, that could be a bit of a changer. Game, really. That could be a bit of a game changer
for sure.
For LGE getting that crate. As we see L-Star start to maneuver around a bit. Enter, so keeping it quiet with only 2 alive. They're maybe going to try and let the other 2 teams fight it out a bit. But they will all have to start to approach this circle as Yak gets that energy drink down him, gets himself readied up. Both him and Indigo, though, just proning their way through. And this is the question. Could they potentially sideswipe LGE a little bit here
and
if they can keep it slow?
Even if they don't win this, they can make it so much harder for LGE to do anything. Because believe me, Luminous Stars, as soon as they hear these guys fighting, they're sending it. They're coming
jumping
straight forward. So whatever team gets the 3rd party in this one might just be the winning team. They're just waiting. Everyone's waiting. And as soon as these 2 teams start shooting, as soon as they see that kill feed being active, they're going to be right down there.
It's basically all down to who makes the first mistake, who's able to give away a bit of position. There you go. We see the nade go out. That's not going to be too much of a telling sign. Indigo. Oh, he'll now. So he must. Yes, he's seen it. Goes to scope-ins looking for it. But has he also been spotted? Indigo doesn't want to jump up and give away his position because he knows there'll be more than just 1 player around there. But he's playing this ever so cautiously. Look at that right on the tiniest edge of the circle. They could literally be on top of each other soon if they keep this up.
We have not seen a lot of situations where triggered discipline has been forced to really be a factor, but great to see Indigo not taking those shots. He only seen 1 guy, expecting there to be more. He sees him again now, doesn't want to take the shots. Now he spots him, gets himself a knock on towards him too, wants to go for the flush, knows the importance of the kill points here. He will go down in return though. Got the finish up onto him, but not more to it than that, and now just waiting. You see L-Stars, they're coming in immediately. Easy, going on the flank on the side, and they're getting on the action.
Now, Yak, he could be a bit of a thorn in both of their sides at this point. LG taking a lot of damage, though. The shots are raining in around them.
Look at the control that Luminous takes. Easy out on the east side, and you got the other 2 guys playing the west. They're playing this so smart.
Yeah, they want to really just close quarters this as much as possible, but from both sides, meaning they won't have a chance. But look at Yak's position. If no one suspects him, he might be able to kind of foil the plans that L-Stars are trying to put into motion here. LG have got to be so careful. They're the ones with only 2 players. They're the ones that people are hunting for most. They've also shot off the most shots in recent times. Well, Yak's just like, cool, I'm living the life right now. Easy got himself a car for a bit of cover as well. That can work out quite well for his advantage, but Yak's going to be found. He'll go down, enters out in 3rd place, but a good effort overall. And now they all jump up. LG's coming in with it, but it's L-Stars again. 3 wins across the first day of 4 rounds. L-Stars don't just show that they're dominant, don't just show that they're consistent, but they show that they are not going to let anyone take advantage of them. They went down a man early, very towards the beginning of these phases, and still managed to hold out there. And look at the smiles on their face.
I am completely mind blown by the fact that these guys can do this back to back to almost back. 3 wins in 4 games. That's unheard of.
They've not placed outside the top 3. Just haven't
It's
happened.
absolutely insane.
First. Great play from these guys. If they can continue that on to tomorrow, that would be just insanely scary. And this is where the other teams need to really step up their game.
And not only do they play well, we talked about the importance of having all you guys alive. Sure, they lost the guy early on in a tricky, sort of chaotic situation when they were rotating. But then they never lost another guy. I mean, no matter how many fights they force to take, they will come out, they will prevail. And they have done that every single time they've been forced to take a fight. It's insane.
Yeah, you got to say as well, right? The Enter's team, they played that as good as they could, right?
Oh yeah.
They were heavily outnumbered.
Yeah.
They didn't have good position. They were just having to throw their way in, and they were really on the back foot. But they wasn't scared. And what I love, you mentioned it.